Hey everyone, welcome back to Ten's Tinker Time. I'm Ten, and today we are building a fairy garden terrarium. Now, I did a fairy garden before, but it was all fake. This time, these are real plants. So I actually bought a kit, and I'll show you everything that comes together. But this is what we're going to be building it in. So this I bought separately. And this I got on sale at like a craft store. It was going out of business. And it's glass. I do need to wipe it down, but this is where we're going to put and build our terrarium in, is this container here. It's pretty large, and I mean, you could use any container like this, even the globe that I used on the last video that we made. We just used a glass globe that I had bought at like the $5 and below, somewhat dollar store. But this time we're doing a bigger one, and these are actual live plants. So these are terrarium plants. They're not quite a succulent. I've never had plants like this before, but I've done a lot of research on it. So we're going to see how this goes. So the kit that I bought was on Amazon for $25. And I'll leave a link for it in the description if you are interested. So, and it came with these 4 plants. And then this one, which I really love, it kind of looks like a palm tree. And this one. And of course, the plants vary. So you're not always going to get the same plant. So if I would have ordered 2 kits, I might have gotten different plants. For this large of a container, terrarium container, planter, whatever you want to call it, I probably should have ordered 2 kits. But we're going to work with 1 because I had some extra material. So we should be okay. So you get the plants. And then it comes with what you need, which is the river rock. This is a little bag of charcoal. And I'll explain this as we go, as we build. This is just regular potting soil. It's not quick drain like what you would need for like succulent plants. So it's just potting soil. Of course, I have extra soil around, so if I run out and I need more, I have more to replace it. So it came with this. It came with a bag of this green moss. Now this is fake, this is not living, but this is the moss that I bought at the dollar store, and I haven't used this yet. It's a brand new bag, so $1. This is a little bit greener, it looks a little bit more lively, but if you need extra, you need to supplement, or if you don't want to buy the kit and you just want the materials, you can buy river rocks, and you can buy this. Now, my dollar store doesn't always, this is a reindeer moss. My Dollar Tree doesn't always have this, but when they do, I always try to pick up a bag. So this all came in the kit, and a small bag of just regular Spanish moss. Again, huge bag. I used this for my last fairy garden. Huge bag of this Spanish moss at the Dollar Tree. So the only thing that you would really need to look for is this charcoal. And really what this does is it just keeps the bottom of it dry. And it actually helps to filter your plants. Like filter what's getting to them, because they're going to draw moisture from the air. That's why you want somewhat of an enclosed container and not something that's really going to be open for a lot of air to get to it. These kind of plants thrive a little bit more on the moisture. So we're going to start building. Now I do have, this is stuff from the Dollar Tree. So I bought a few more things, fairy items that they still had, some little animals. And I thought this cute little butterfly chair was adorable. So I had to pick that up. And of course, the little house they had is a cactus. So I just had to get that, and it's super cute. I mean, and this stuff for $1, you can't beat it. And you don't, I mean, if you want to buy the higher quality stuff, by all means, you do that. But I do have some extra rocks. Of course, I have dirt. I showed you that I had extra moss, both kinds, the green and the brown. And the moss is just for decoration. The rocks and the charcoal and the dirt, obviously you need the dirt for your plants. The rocks and the charcoal are to put on the bottom just for filtration and to keep the water from not settling just in the dirt on the bottom. So what we're going to do first, let's bring this over here. I'm going to open this up. Oh, got it backwards here. And you can see it does have like a little chain in it. So we're going to open this up. I'm going to place it like this so you guys can see. Get my little plants out of the way here. So the first thing we're going to do is put our river rock in the bottom. And of course, with this being glass, and you can see that rock doesn't cover the bottom. So I do have some leftover. So for this big of a terrarium, if you wanted to go with this $25 kit that I bought, you would definitely want to get 2 kits. I wasn't sure. And I actually have another globe that I was going to do this in, but I wanted to go big. So, and I wanted to add the fairy items, and I didn't want the plants to be too crowded. So I'm just going to put what rocks I had in the bottom of this. Spread those out a little bit. You can see I had something else in here. I had some moss mixed in there. Alright, and then I'm going to take this charcoal, and since I don't have enough to cover, I'm just going to spread it around. And this is, again, just for filtration, from some information that I've read, videos that I've watched. I'm not an expert at this. I just seen that you guys liked watching the fairy garden video. That one was a big hit, so I wanted to do another one, but put a little spin on it by using these live plants. And I've been wanting to buy this kit for a while, so I went ahead and took the plunge. Alright, so we got our rocks and we got the charcoal, bag of charcoal in there. So next we want to do the dirt. And I do have some extra potting soil. So I am going to add. And I'm going to make it more, you want enough to cover your rocks. But I am going to make it more of a mound in the middle. Just because, or you can do it at the back. Because I only have a few plants. So I'm going to push a lot of this to the back, where we're actually going to put our plants. I think I want to make my plants mostly go in the back. So we're going to do that. And then you do want this to be moist before you put your plants in. So I'm actually going to get my spray bottle and spray this down a little bit before we put our plants in. All right, so, oh, there we go. Now you don't want this to be soggy, just a little on the damp side. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to see, I'm actually going to go ahead and add some dirt here. Let me get my spare. Now this dirt looks a little bit different. It's just different types. That was a rock. You can see the different types of dirt, but really we're going to cover this up. I just want to make sure I have enough to put my plants down in. Now, I'm just going to squeeze this a little bit just to kind of break up any of the little bits that there might be. And the key with this there we go, is you really don't want to break up the roots or anything. And I'm actually going to use the soil that it came in. And I've had these for maybe a day or two. And this soil is still pretty damp. So I left it in that plastic. Now the key is with this is that you really want to get a hole in there. Of course, make sure you have dirt at the bottom. And you want to pack it really tight. So you want to make sure that that's really tight in there. Okay. Not going to waste the dirt and dump it out there. And I really want this one to be in the center. And I think I'm going to do this one on the side, more of a laying down. So I'm going to do that one next. Oop, don't need the rubber band in there. And I'll have to do some update videos on this just so you guys can see how the plants are doing, if I've killed them yet. I'm pretty good with this. And these ones are pretty low maintenance, just kind of like a succulent is. They don't require a whole lot. Now, I've never had one. And since I'm doing this one as like a laying down, I just put it in. And I'm just going to make sure to really pack that in around. I'm going to build this up a little bit. All right. Okay, so got our plants in. So now it's really just decorating. So just make sure that your plants are nice and snug. And then really with this moss, I mean, just break it up however you like. And what I like to do is kind of just nestle it right around your plants. It kind of gives it a little bit of stability, support, making sure that it's nice and snug in the dirt. So I'm just going to add some of the green and go back in with the brown, which is the Spanish moss, and just add some of the decorations. guys. So there you have it. Got it all put together, and I had plenty of material left over. This was the moss, and of course I had extra, and I didn't even open the extra, obviously. I didn't need it. So I had tons of this, tons of the moss. So really, the only thing that I could have used more of would have been just dirt, which I had extra, just regular, whatever potting soil you might have. And the rocks, I needed more. And the charcoal, I only used what they gave me. I didn't buy any extra of that. But I did use some extra rocks. So really could have went with 2 kits, but I pretty much had everything else. And I had extra of already. If you wouldn't have had extra, I mean, the other stuff I bought was from the Dollar Tree. So you could always go to the dollar store and get some extra supplies, or you could order the 2 kits if you're doing a large container like this. So I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.